What's up? How's it going? Is audio good? I'm not sure how audio is doing right now. Also, the stream, it says, oh, I don't want to put that there. Oh no. Is the stream working for you guys? If you can hear me fine, let me know. Just this one thing, I'm not sure. So, right now, it's quiet. Okay. I had the mic halfway because I didn't want to blast it. How does it sound now? Is this better? This is better. Let me know if this is better. So, I don't know if you guys read the description. This live stream, I'm just going to be working a little bit on SN5. And also, I got a PC. I fixed my PC. It was an older PC. I upgraded it a little bit. I upgraded the RAM. I was able to fix it all. Is this audio better? I can smidge down. Okay. I'll go. Let me know how it is now. Yeah, because this is a whole new. So I usually use a Mac. I have a MacBook, and that's what I do everything on. But with if you guys didn't know yet, I'm going to be working on a liquid-powered rocket engine, and I need to be able to use analytic software that is very difficult to do on a Mac. So I thought it would be the perfect time to fix my old PC, which I've been wanting to get to, which I think it's good. I don't want to jinx it. I've been working literally the last week and a half on it. Keep on cutting out. Is the audio cutting out or the actual video cutting out? Yeah, I'm sorry guys, there might be some issues because this is all new setup. Yeah, is it the audio or the video, or is it within the video keeps on rendering? Let me mute myself for 1 second and listen through my Mac to see. I have the live stream pulled up. Yeah, so if the video is buffering and rendering a lot, I should realistically have Ethernet. You can't really hear. Would you like me to? I could turn up the mic a little bit. I have my MacBook that I was just listening out of it, and it sounds fine, but it might be because I'm on the same Wi-Fi or something like that. Let me listen in real quick to try to figure out how to do this. I was just muted there, so if there was a second where I was silent, I did mute myself. Yeah, the frame rates look pretty good, 30 out of 30. The upload rate looks good. Everything's looking good on my end. But there could be other things that I'm not seeing. I have a double monitor thing, so I can show you guys right now. Where is it? This is my other monitor with OBS on it in the chat. And then this is my other. So to the right, I have this monitor with the Onshape on it. This will be the monitor where I'm working on something on a live stream. And then to the left, if I get my cursor over there, I have all the, I have all the stuff where I'm able to read the chat. I'm able to change the OBS stuff. So that's my setup right now. I gotta finish SN5 soon. I've been very busy. I was planning on having SN5 done way quicker. It's pretty close to being done. The nozzle is this is how the nozzle is gonna be. It's gonna be going back to a little bit like SN3, but we're gonna have a larger lip, so as you can see the bolt, the end of the casing will end up here and the bolt, so we don't have any tear out. Better? Better now? Okay, perfect. That's good. Um, yeah, so I've been working on SN5 a little bit. I've been very busy with school and other things. So I'm definitely a little bit behind schedule as I would like. I haven't posted a video in a long time. Also, I'm trying to figure out ideas for videos, but I'm not really sure what everyone wants to see. I could do more videos on the series, like my Sugar Rocket Motor series, the series I'm working on. Those videos will be quicker because, sure, if an upcoming series would be something on my liquid power rocket engine motor or engine, yeah. But that stuff takes a long time. I really can't just make a video on that because I actually got to build something. So there's two types of videos I can make. I can either make a video with that is with something I build, or just a video going over other topics that I've already done, which those videos are because I don't need to build anything. And most of the shots I'll usually already have. But my recent videos have not been performing too well, so I don't know if I'm just posting the wrong stuff or it's just the algorithm, because it's all a gamble. This YouTube, it can either do good or it can do bad. It's either way, so it's tough. Yeah, SN5. This is the nozzle. That's the face, and I revolve it around the axis. Yeah, very similar. Ooh, that's a little weird. It usually doesn't snap to it. Yeah, so this is SN5's nozzle. It is 90% complete. Just got to go through some checks just to make sure. Let me go back. Oh, I keep on. Okay. This is a little weird. I usually use a Mac, so here's the bulkhead. This is the drawings for the taper, for the threads. So, yeah, bulkheads can be pretty much very similar. On SN4, the whole reason it didn't fail, but I won't test it again because, as we know, the nozzle melted away, and also, and I don't want to need to build a new nozzle. Because I'd rather just test something all new, because there's a few issues with these holes around the bulkhead and nozzle are the attachment points, and then this groove right down here is let me cut it, not that face. Let's go over here to left face. Yeah, so this is a cross-section view of the bulkhead. This bulkhead's very similar to SN4's, but the only difference is there's two differences. This wall right here has been pushed up a little bit because also the bolt holes need to be pushed up a little bit, because the problem with SN4 was, as I was saying, this is the these are the bolt holes, and then this over right here is the O-ring groove. In the casing, I need to allow a little bit of tolerance to be able to. What's going on? Maybe you don't. Yeah, so I've considered that Wild Arms Research and Development. It's just very tough because I don't have a lathe yet. I'd say I really do want one. And it would be way better if I have a lathe, because if I had a lathe, I could just do graphite. Graphite wouldn't be my number one choice. Obviously, if stainless steel worked perfectly, I would love to do it. Or if, say, aluminum worked perfectly, I'd love to do aluminum, because graphite, it gets all gritty, can mess up your machines. It's also harder to work with. But obviously, we saw aluminum is very hard if you want a reusable nozzle. So, yeah, I would definitely consider that stuff. I would love to do that stuff if I had a lathe in the experience. But once I get a lathe, I can figure out the experience pretty quickly. I think I can figure some stuff out. Yeah, but that's pretty much where I'm limited to these metals and some of these composites, but really those wouldn't work, is because the machine shops, I pretty much can only use what they'll work with. Most of them won't work with graphite because it's a very small market, and also it is very abrasive to their machine, so they'd rather not work with that. But we're gonna. So I don't know how long you guys been here. If you guys were here for SN1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Well, 4 you guys been there because that was just a little bit ago. But yeah, SN5, I'm hoping for SN5 to be the final SN series for this Sugar Rocket series. I kind of just want to be done with it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can always keep on improving the design until it's something perfect. But I do really want to move on to a liquid-powered rocket engine. And I think everyone else, well, let me know in the comments below in the live chat if you would like to see that. That'll be a bigger series. I have a little bit of a plan for the architecture of the whole program that I'm going to be working on. So let me know, because this is YouTube, so I kind of gotta cater to the viewers. So yeah, I'm looking to finish up SN5 soon. Within soon, it's gonna be a little bit though. Most of these parts are like 90% finished. I just got to finalize them, upload them, and SN5 I'm planning to test 3 times. Usually in the past, I know like SN1 I test 6 times, SN2 I tested 4 times, SN3 I tested 2 times, SN4 I tested once, and SN5 I'm planning on testing 3 times. That'll just help me get more data, because I will love to revisit this series in the future, because I do really want to fly one of these motors. It would be great because it is one thing building them and testing them statically, but flying them would be a whole another game. I would need to custom design a rocket, because my dimension of my motors wouldn't just be able to slide into a normal rocket. So that's where I'm trying to be headed right now. I want to do this liquid power rocket engine. It's going to be difficult, especially as just a one-person group. It's going to take a long time. Well, I mean, who knows? But it's definitely going to be a lot of work. I plan on working on that over the summer. I would hope that I could finish it before the end of the summer. That's very ambitious. But I mean, it's definitely possible. Ambitious, but possible. And there'll be multiple videos. I won't just post one video at the end of the summer of the actual liquid power rocket engine, because there's going to be a lot of tests. I have a huge program that I'm going to work on. I've been really doing outlines of the programming, just pieces of paper, figuring out what I want. I want the program to be pretty advanced, where it'd be able to detect failure modes, and this engine will be totally autonomous. I'll just press start sequence. It will automatically pressurize the tanks, and do the startup and the line chill, and everything. So it's definitely a lot of work, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of that. Also, if you haven't liked the stream yet, if you could do that, would be amazing. But yeah. Also, yeah, I do have this kind of gives away a little bit of what the engine is. There's nothing in here, but I haven't really started actually designing stuff. But here's, so we got SN5. I got the nozzle and the bulkhead. I also, even though I'm not flying this, I will build a aluminum bulkhead for it, just so it's a complete set, just like SN4, I had the aluminum bulkhead. Yeah, so yeah, it'd definitely be difficult. I plan to it's tough because it is also very expensive. But I do plan to have very iterative design, just like SpaceX, where it's fine if it fails. I'm not gonna, because I really do think, just like with the SN series, I'd rather, and the SN series honestly hasn't been crazy expensive because I do have the sponsor now, if you guys know. But I do plan to test, fail, because I'd rather do that. I think I learn more than that if I were to, say, build and design it for, say, 6 months and test it once. I'd rather, if I were to have the option, build 3 of them every 2 months and test and say they fail. That's fine. Just the biggest cost of this rocket engine would be the ground support equipment within the tanks and all the ground support equipment, the computers, the automatic valves. These will all be automated. I won't need to. In the earlier versions for injector tests and stuff, that would be pretty hands-on. But once the motor's totally done, it'd be pretty much all computer ran. There'll be failure modes where if it detects, there'll be thermocouples if it detects too high of a temperature threshold in a certain area of the motor, it'll know how to safely shut down the motor. Same thing, if the chamber pressure rises too high, it will automatically know how to shut down the motor. I'm going for the first one, I'm going for 100 pounds of thrust. And with some crude simulations I've done, I'm looking at around 30 bar in the combustion chamber, which isn't terrible. 30 bar. I think SN3, well, that's not a good example because SN3 exploded. But we'll say SN4, or I think SN2 had the highest chamber pressure of like around, I think it was 35 or 40 bar. I'm not. Let me see if I have that information readily. No, not 40 bar. I think it was. I'm trying to. Yeah, I think it was around 20 bar. SN2. So if I can get 20 bar out of one of these thin-walled sugar rocket motors, I can definitely do 30 bar. Also, this liquid power rocket engine could be built very bulky because I know the first ones will never fly, so I can make it very bulky and very heavy. Have you ever heard of Mohive Sphinx? No, I haven't. Is that a YouTube channel? Is he, I have not. Search it up. Is it a motor, liquid power rocket motor? Oh, I think I have seen something about that. I think I have. I've seen a lot of just tidbits and stuff. But yeah. Also, I was, for the summer, in line with my liquid power rocket engine motor, or not engine. It's a rocket. I think I've seen it fly before. Is it a liquid powered or hybrid? It looks liquid, right? Oh, really? Okay. That's pretty cool. I definitely need to look into that. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of research in this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I've seen something on that. But what does it run on? Oh, nitrous. I see nitrous. And what's the fuel? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully do something like that. I don't know how well. flying it would be a whole nother situation. But just building the rocket motor engine. See, I keep on getting engine and motor mixed up. I wish I had more better things to show on this. When I'm talking, because I feel like it's boring me just going like that. I can. Let me just. You know what I could do? I could. The screen's supposed to be black right now, just to let you know, just so you don't. I could. Oh, wrong screen. I could have some of my videos in the background. I could. I'll just put this in the background. Would you like that? Would you guys like that? Let me know as we're talking. So where? Okay. What live stream? Which one? Which static fire? Let me know which one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I like the flame trench. Oh, you can see me in that video. Okay. Also, if you haven't liked the stream yet, if you could, that'd be amazing. We'll do the first ever static fire attempt. These are fun live. I'm hoping to live stream at least one of the SN5 tests, especially with the new display I have. First one, yeah, okay, great. Especially with the new display I have. This display was pretty crude. It didn't look great. I mean, it has, and also you can see the currently targeting time, and then also there's a T- time, because the T- time went to the beginning of the launch, or beginning of the test window. And then once this went to 0, it meant the test window was open, but then there could also be, I think, right here we have it. So the test window, yeah, so this was counting down to 2 p.m. And then the test window was till 2 p.m. to 2:20, and at this time I was currently targeting 2:12. I think I changed that a lot throughout. I do, yeah. Well, I changed it to 2:10, and I changed it back to, let me get back. We'll get over here. This is in the summer. It looks nice out there. Right now, it's literally a swamp at the test site. Over here, if you can see my cursor over here, that I got some land plotted out for that, some stakes and stuff. That's where the test site. This is very low quality. Oh, really? I only did it at 720. Yeah. So right over here is I don't know if you can see my thing really good. So pretty much to the top left of the screen. That's where the liquid rocket engine test pad or test site, whatever you want to call it, will be. Because I'm planning on really making this engine, I don't know how to describe it. Say like on a pallet, where the whole engine's on a pallet. Here you can see, I have the test stand, and I have the data, or I have a battery to power the data logger, and then I don't know why it paused. This must have been just a glitch in the thing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so here you can see I got this, and I have another camera over here. This is supplying power in the telemetry and the launch cable. So, I got to carry over so many things. So for the liquid power rocket engine, I'm planning on just having it on a pallet, where you just set out the pallet. There's going to be power out there and everything, and you just set it down, and there you go. So I could technically use this test site, but I'd rather just pour another pad to the left. Also, there is going to be some cinder blocks cinder block wall dividing the propellant, because if, say, anything happens with the propellant, that could be very bad. Because I'm planning on right now using nitrous oxide and isopropyl alcohol or ethanol. I might do ethanol because ethanol is cheaper, and also it's very similar to IPA. With the simulations I've been running, it's easier to get the ethanol. So I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm gonna do. We can also, but yeah, right over here. Once the weather gets a little better, I'm definitely gonna start working on the test site. It is a little risky building the test site before you plan out the whole motor. You say I need some more room, but it should be fine. I always oversize a little bit. Let's see this test. Testing, setting up. Setting up is a lot of work. A lot of work. But yeah, I do love the live streams. I want to do more live streams of the tests, but they are so difficult when I'm setting up everything, and I also need to be doing this and that, and I also got to be managing the live stream. I got to bring. My house is near the test, but it's so I need to bring out Wi-Fi because my house isn't that close to where my test site is. So it is, to be honest, it is a big pain to live stream them. Yeah, did the timer just reset? No, it didn't. Okay. So I don't even know what happened on me. Oh, okay, I see. Because with these beginning tests, the timer wasn't really synced up too well. Come on. Oh, that's the end of the burn. Okay, let's turn up desktop audio. Boom. Let's see if we can hear some sound. Oh. I don't think we... Oh, yeah. There's some sound. Yeah, that was SN4. This was the last static fire. Definitely want the best. But yeah, then come back out here and I gotta... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Timer's away now. Yeah, so I definitely do plan on... How do I... Yeah, I'm not that great with Windows because I am usually a Mac person, but I just got this fixed. The SN2 static fire live. Yeah, I forgot I live streamed SN3. This live stream was the worst. It was raining, but within the quality of a live stream, I do really like it. You can see. Oh yeah, the SN3's first test was a real big pain. I don't know if you guys watched it, but yeah, it was definitely pretty difficult where it was raining. Well, at first it started off all this live stream. I know it looks way better, but it took a lot of work to get it to look like this. And then I bring it out there. It's pretty cold out right now. It doesn't look too cold, but it is. It was pretty cold. This was beginning of winter. And I bring it out there, have everything ready. You know, I could... This is probably the second live stream, because I think I took down the first live stream, and then it didn't light. There was a problem with the igniter, which is terrible. You never want to happen. So I was pretty busy around this, so I know this was the only day I would have to test it for a long time, so I really didn't feel like packing everything back and redoing everything. So I ended up testing again. And I always have a backup igniter. I always have multiple igniters, just in case this were to happen. But I wasn't just able to go outside, add another igniter, and go. I need to stop the whole live stream because I need to take apart the motor because I need to figure out what happened and if any propellant burnt. I need to do a quick inspection to figure out the lead cause of what caused that. But here is, yeah, this was a pain. Yeah, and then I brought out a tarp. Yeah, you can see, I don't know, let me know in the comments, but I thought this was very good. How do I gotta get this. I thought it was a really good addition with, on the bottom, having a checklist. Thought that was pretty cool. And then the countdown clock was actually accurate this time. So, got this stuff. Yeah, and then pretty much I need to just, yeah, there. So I got the little shims before I had the motor mount rings on the last test to make sure the motor doesn't oscillate inside the test stand. Yeah, this is a pain. Yeah, some motor mount and the continuity check. Continuity check is just a check within the ignition system because, I mean, I've never had a failed continuity check, but it is great to know. Yeah. I mean, it would be way easier if I could just go out there and put a new igniter in and just test it, but I wanted to make sure and try to figure out what the actual issue was. So I took it apart and need to take out the propellant. And then once I put it back together, I need to do all the checks and the to make sure then it was ready. Because once I assemble everything, before a test, I have a series of checks I need to go through to make sure everything's ready for the test. So if I take any screw out or do anything to the motor, I got to do those checks again to make sure everything's good. This was a pretty rushed test. You can see 3 minutes. 3 minutes I'm still out there till test. But yeah, it was cold, so, and also you can see, I call it environmental, what do I call it? Environmental control tape. That tape there just allows no moisture. This is especially if it's a humid day because rocket candy does not like moisture. So that tape really keeps all the moisture out. So I take that tape off as late as possible. Yeah, there's a tarp. I guess I go at the time that I say I go at. Yeah, so yeah, these last events, the camera's on, data logger, area cleared, and ignition, all those checks go on very quickly, as you'll see here, because that means it's pretty much ready to test. We're 1 minute and 30 out. The data logger, so the cameras go on, then the data logger will go on, and then the area is cleared. We do another check that everyone's cleared the area, and I have cleared the area. And then, yeah, so the cameras were on. Now I'm checking the time to sync it up perfectly to make sure, because this isn't automated at all. There's nothing that automatically sets the data logger on at the specific time. So I'm trying to sync it in. And also I do have it doesn't matter, but yeah, so I need to put on the last cameras. I have a camera. I didn't have another tripod, and I think this camera works better on that stick because I don't have a huge tripod. That stick is obstructing way less view. So yeah, so we got 20 seconds left. You can really see that I don't think I ignite it right at T-0 because there was some lag within me building everything. But yeah, so you can see everything goes on, data logger's on, area's cleared. I'm walking back to the test. I was a little late with this, but then I think it goes to T+. Well, still says T-. That will be there we go. Oh wait, let me see. Sorry for that. I'm not sure if there is audio for this video. There isn't, so it doesn't matter. But Let's get a full unobstructed view. So this test was interesting. It really started off slow, and then it really started off slow, and then sometime it starts, oscillating with thrust. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, and boom, that's the end of the test. You can see all that smoke coming from. It really killed the O-ring. Wait 1 second, my dog's trying to get in. She's scratching at my door. Yeah, so this test was very interesting. The conclusion I came with after testing out everything was I added SLS to the propellant to decrease the surface tension and increase the viscosity, to prevent air bubbles and help me pour larger batches at a time, so I didn't need to do so many pours. And where I've read is it doesn't affect it too much, but it affected me. Also, it was cold out, so the propellant got a little chilly, which also burns slower when it's colder. So there's many factors, but the SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, I would say is the biggest factor. There's a thanks for watching. Thanks for watching banner or whatever you want to call it, the screen. This was my favorite test. So was this 1080? I guess I didn't know I only live streamed at 720. I thought it was 1080. Yeah, this was one of my favorite tests, even though it didn't go perfectly. There was some issues with the data logger, with the load cell in the architecture of the test stand. But it was a really cool test. I am planning on doing a test with SN4 in the flame trench. I built the whole flame trench. I gotta at least use it. So this flame trench took a long time to make. I think there's a clip somewhere in here of building. We have this. This is Oh, I guess I previewed it. Yeah, this is an old checklist. I had this little checklist over here. Definitely didn't look as great. I do like the setup.
Coming up.
Yeah. Here's the
SN to static fire. Over 6 months of design, building, and testing. And over 30 differences compared to SN1.
You can definitely see how my podcasting has gotten better. That's the podcasting was definitely some of the most difficult things. Yeah, it was definitely some of the most difficult. What is BP? I'm not catching on. I do. Oh, black powder. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, I do. I do coat them. That was a response from that failure on SN3 that we just watched. I'm not sure. I don't really think it's needed in the summer, and with my new propellant formulation, I've just been adding it because it really doesn't hurt. I've done tests without it and tests with it, and I've gotten some comments. It's really not that much black powder. Total black powder, I think it's like less than 4 grams. It's like 2 to 4 grams coated in the inside of the grain. So it really doesn't, it's not much. It really doesn't affect the motor in a bad way. It does increase the startup temperature, which helps eliminate what happened in that video, that live stream we just watched. So yeah, I'm not sure with SN5 if I'll need it. It's just something that I like to add because I'd rather have it and be fine than not have it and then need it. Because there really isn't too many downsides. I mean, the black powder I make myself, it's very cheap. I literally only make like 10 grams of it because I only use 3 grams, 2 to 4 grams of it. Yeah, it really helps the startup. Different propellant formulations I definitely not need it, but with the propellant formulation I have right now, I don't think I need it. But if I was on my Mac, I would pull up my spreadsheets of all the different propellants I've tested with. SN1 and SN2, I really tested a lot of propellants, and a lot of different propellants. Within sugar propellants, within additives of aluminum and iron oxide, in the SLS, the sodium lauryl sulfate, in different percentages of potassium nitrate to sugar, and in different mesh size of potassium nitrate. Right now I use 2 different sizes of mesh, or 2 different mesh sizes of potassium nitrate. And right here you guys can see, this is where I was planning on possibly doing the liquid power rocket engine test site. Yeah, see a 0G prints. I'm probably out very soon as well. I set my time to live stream till 7. Before I end live stream in a little bit, make sure to like it if you haven't. Every like is appreciated. We'll finish out this test, and then I think I'm going to need to go. I've gotten no work done with SN. Here's another one of them. I'll turn that off for a second. I've gotten no work done with SN5, but it's pretty close. So here, what's going on here? Yeah, so like I was saying, the environmental control tape to regulate the humidity inside, I need to remove, and it is a little bit more difficult when it's upside down. Yeah, the remove before flight tag was on that too, just so there's no issues. Yeah, here the cameras, putting the cameras on. Oh boy. Okay. The wind picked up here. Let's see. There is audio for this part. Great.
Maya, put the key in, please.
So yeah, I was probably really, we got 17 seconds. I was probably a little late on this. But yeah, I'm getting all the cameras ready. They're on, but just framing them because I really don't want to mess up the shot. That would be terrible. It would be very terrible. That's the data logger right there, and then I'm going out. Am I gonna? Oh yeah, I'm already on the T+. I did not make the time, but yeah, this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that test was really cool. It destroyed the. Well, it didn't really absolutely demolish or destroy, but it really put a divot in the concrete, which I was really not expecting. I was actually really surprised when that happened. And that is something I'll need to...
Oh, no.
Oh, here I come. That's definitely something I'll need to fix for the future tests. Here's a... What is this closer up shot? Yeah, oh. You can see it here. It doesn't look as bad. Oh, let's go back. Definitely doesn't look as bad. You know, this should be the camera angle for next test. That would be pretty cool. Camera would definitely be a little bit in danger. But, yeah. That's all soot over there, so once you clean it off, you can really see the divot. So, yeah, pretty cool. I didn't get too much work done, but I explained it. I put some content out. I gotta start posting more. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna head out. What time is it? Yeah, it's 7:01. I'm pretty tired. Got some homework to do. Gonna work on SN5 a little bit, and then yeah. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.